And we are back on Commander's Open Line here with 35th Fighter Wing Leadership. We've already had a ton of good questions come in, and we've got the phone line still open. 226-1575 is the number to call to ask your question directly to Wing Leadership. Right now, do we have a caller on the line, or we're still waiting? We're still waiting, but 226-1575 is the number. There are a lot of cool things coming up this weekend and in the coming weeks. The weather's fantastic. A lot of folks are itching to do something fun, and I believe we've got something coming up this very weekend.
I'm not sure I was on the mic there.
That's all right. I think operator error.
I screwed that up. All right, so I think I'm mic'd up now. But Japan Day is coming up tomorrow at the co-located club. That is a huge event. There's hundreds of folks coming in from off base to show different skills. There's karate, there's dancing, there's lots of good food, there's a lot of Japanese culture, and it's brought right to our front doorstep. So you don't have to drive, 2.5 hours to find some festival. It's all brought to us. And then plus the power is out across fair amounts of the base tomorrow. I know the main housing from 9 to 1500. 0900 to 1500.
0900 to 1500, sir.
And Japan Day is from 1000 to 1600.
Timing is perfect.
So it's we did not schedule it that way. I have to say, folks, this is not it's a coincidence, but it is fortuitous that if the power's going to be on your house, go check out Japan Day.
I'll tell you, I looked at the script, and there's all kind of great things going on there. Misty and I are excited to go. Also, right across the street, they'll be doing the flea market for the grid, so you can stay in that area, eat lunch a little bit, enjoy the family time, and enjoy it.
And also, I believe tomorrow from noon to 5, we'll be out at the Exchange, right? At the Exchange doing the holiday greetings thing. So you can swing by there as well, since the power's going to be out in your home anyway for a lot of folks. And come by and say hi, Mom and Dad, and hi, family. And around Christmas time, it'll air in the States in your family's home television market.
And I think they asked the active duty member be in uniform for that.
That's correct. Thank you, Chief.
There's also Tops in Blue coming up 15 November at the Misawa Civic Center. And so that's always a great show by the best of the best in the Air Force coming through. There are tickets that are going around through the community right now. I think you can pick some up. I know the
1 November is when
1 November, right?
At the club.
At the club.
At the cashier's cage. But also, they've been passing out some tickets. Make sure you're going to go. And I will tell you, a good plug for FSS getting those here on 15 November. Just finished the synthetic elements also. So a lot of great things they're bringing to community. Please support them and enjoy them.
Yep. There was a big outcry from the community of trying to get more stuff to do, if you will, of just more so than the normal local stuff, and our Force Support Squadrons really responded. So folks are asking for it. Show up. If you do get tickets for Tops in Blue, I would ask that if you end up not being able to go, pass them on to someone who will go, because part of what we're doing is we're giving some tickets to the Japanese community. There's a lot more in the Japanese community who would like to go. So when we show up and there's 100 empty seats, it's kind of a bad act. So, not that you have to go, but if you can't go, then pass them on to someone who will.
Absolutely.
Right. And I just want to say that, all the things that we're doing here, the Tops in Blue, the haunted house, the Japan Day, the holiday greetings, those are all an effort to really get our community involved. Because I tell you right now, we're seeing a little bit of an increase in domestic issues across the base, and so don't just hole up in your house. Get out and be involved. Get your family out there and be involved. If you have issues, then I encourage you to go to we have a lot of different agencies. You can go to the chapel. You can go to Family Advocacy. We're fully staffed. Family Advocacy for the first time in a long time, and we also have military. What are the
military life consultants?
Yeah, that's
right.
it. Yeah,
MFLEX.
The MFLEX. They're volunteers that are here that are a great resource. If you don't want to go over to Family Advocacy, they're DoD contractors that come and just basically listen and give you advice, and there's no records or anything like that. So for folks that might have issues out there, I really do encourage you to get out. I mean, this is a great time of year to be at Misawa. It's a beautiful time of year. This weekend also, if you didn't know, the Oriyasu Gorge, the road on the Oriyasu Gorge is actually closed to traffic. It's for just for hikers only this weekend. So if you want to get out and enjoy the outdoors, this is a perfect weekend to do it. The weather's going to be awesome.
Absolutely. Some very, very good photos to be taken up there in the gorge this time of year.
Right.
The colors are changing, everything. It's going to be fantastic. Well, we actually had a couple of Facebook questions about the North Area Shopette, but we've got a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Are you there? No, caller's not there.
Wow,
Yeah.
come on.
Let's see if they're hello caller. Are you on line 2? Caller's not on line 2. We'll see if we can get the caller. But
Call back, caller.
Call back, please.
But hopefully the caller will get back to us. But the question, I'll go ahead and find one of the relevant Facebook questions that hopefully may address the caller's question. Shauna says, I don't really have a question as much as a request. Please do not close down the North Area Shopette. As a North Area resident, I rely upon the Shopette for last-minute things that I cannot get at the commissary after it closes. Examples are when my daughter runs out of milk or I forget to put eggs on the grocery list. I know that the main base Shopette is still open, but we cannot assume that every spouse in North Area has access to a vehicle, and unfortunately, there are those times in life when the best laid plans go astray. I might suggest that if the Shopette adjusted their hours to where they were open later, they might get more business. On several occasions, I've wanted to rent a movie, but after 8 p.m., they are closed. I think that there are a lot of people who depend on North Area Shopette, and that to close it down would be an injustice to North Area residents. I apologize that this was a bit long. Thank you for your time.
Right.
No, but it is a great question, a great point, because I mean, I live in the North Area also, and to be honest with you, the exchanges, I mean, the Shopette is not closing down completely. I think what they did is they opted to close down on Sunday because the business was very slow, but they opened their hours up earlier for people to get coffee, I think on Saturday morning about 7 a.m. or so. So they're trying to meet the customer needs, and I'd be the first one to say I would fight too if the Shopette closed, because I like grabbing the milk and the eggs and a couple things in a movie. But I would tell you to talk to the exchange if you want to extend those hours, and it's whatever the demand is. And
Right.
I think
Because that's actually, I think, that is a money losing operation for them. Yes, they do it as a service, because I don't think there's enough business there that even pays the wages and the supply and all that sort of stuff. So they watch those hours very closely. But the short answer is the Shopette's not closing. But it is true. I think they have adjusted their hours a little bit. So, but give your feedback. Give your feedback to AAFES. We do, as the 35th Fighter Wing, don't have direct control over that, but we can certainly help fight those battles, and if we need to.
And I would say use it too. I mean,
Right.
use it,
Yeah.
because a lot of people tend to do is they go ahead and do their shopping on the main base and they drive to North Base and not use it. So just do the shopping there on the North Base, and it will keep it open a lot longer.
And I'll say, as a main base resident who doesn't work on the north, I basically never have any business on the north side. But from time to time, I go up there because their selection is different. There's different food. There's different beverages available from
really?
time to time.
I
Yes,
didn't know that.
yes.
Now I got to go up there.
There is.
There are. Well, okay, I'll be cryptic enough. There are Texas beverages available up there that you will not find at the main base Shopette.
And you didn't tell me this before?
I'm a bad person. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Now I know.
But North Area Shopette, there's more there than you might think. So maybe swing by there, even if you don't necessarily have any official business
All
up
right,
there.
North Area Shopette's the new cool.
Yeah.
All right. I believe. Let's find out. I believe we've got caller on line 1. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yes.
Fantastic success. All right. Caller, what's your name?
Erica?
Erica, very good to hear you. Thank you very much for calling. Now, we just discussed the North Area Shopette. Did you have a question about that?
No, that was actually kind of my question, so not to be repetitive, but I take my son to Cummings at 8 o'clock as our drop-off, and I know there are a lot of parents who walk their children, and they're all kind of pooling around the Shopette around that time, wishing it was open just to get those last-minute things as they're walking by anyway. And I know that the hours are probably being adjusted to sales, but the Shopette probably has no idea how many people would like to purchase around that time. So I didn't know who. I read it written out, a comment card. A couple other moms have too, and parents. But we'd like to get coffee around 8. We'd like to get some milk around 8. Drop off some different things. So I didn't know how hard that would be to just mention that.
Hey, Erica, what time? Forgive my ignorance, because I'm one of those main base.
That's okay.
folks. What time it opens at 10?
10.
Okay.
And it
So-
closes pretty early. Like you already addressed it, but like when our husbands finally get off work, we might want to rent a movie, and it's already closed.
Right. Okay. We'll pass that feedback back to AAFES. And again, for everyone listening, there's nothing like popular demand swell. If there's a demand signal out there, you got to help the AAFES folks know it. So Erica, you're doing a great job of it. If there's other folks listening, help them understand it so they can look to make some adjustments. We'll also pass that message on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Very good.
As
Thank
we
you.
open up our housing in the North Area, we're getting more residents actually living up there now, right?
Yeah, we've been here for 2 years now, and 2 years ago it probably wasn't that big of a deal because we weren't very full, but now
Right.
housing's full.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Erica, thank you so much
Thanks,
for the
Erica.
call.
Thanks for calling and post to Facebook and too, Erica.
A voice.
You get bonus points for calling.
Very good. Thank you again for the call. The phone line, once again, folks, is open. 226-1575 is the number here. It is very interesting, the exchange thing, and it's very good that Erica mentioned that she has filled out the comment card things. You see the kiosks around. The number one thing I hear every month when the exchange and commissary folks do come in is that those are actually a very effective means of getting comments really quickly, very high up their chain, as well as stopping them in the commissary and exchange when you see them and just
And
chatting
if you
with
fill
them.
out like 20 of them and like change your handwriting, for each one of them, you can get things done.
Chief, you can't be saying that on the air.
Sorry, I retract that.
Very good. On the subject of housing, because we touched a little bit on housing, this is more of a community standards type thing. But we have a question from last month. What about smoking? I guess in the towers or in housing and blowing it out your window there. Person says, I am not a smoker, but someone near me is, and every night when I'm going to bed, I can smell them smoking.
Well, there should be no smoking in the renovated houses at all.
Right.
So that should be the clear message. There is no smoking allowed especially in our renovated new
Oh, so
homes.
the H style, the newly renovated.
Yeah, there's
House-
no
houses?
smoking.
No smoking inside the
Okay.
house.
Okay.
No smoking in the towers either. If they said towers, they said towers.
They did.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no smoking in the towers. So,
Yeah, and so I guess the only housing units you can smoke in on base are the old, not yet renovated H style.
but you know what? I think we're even going to get rid of that. I don't know what the rules
Well,
are
I think
right
there's
now,
some designated smoking houses
but-
where
Yeah,
we
it
try
was
to
just
put
the
those-
unrenovated houses, and
Right.
but I think we're renovating all of them. So
over time.
Yeah, over time. It's gonna
Yeah.
take a while. So
very few places in housing where you can smoke.
Ships are smoke free and soon housing.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Of course, I'm not a smoker, so I don't care.
But if the question is addressed to somebody smoking outside and it's blowing in the window, there's not much we can do with that except talk to your neighbors about that, because smoking is allowed outside, your home there.
Absolutely. Well, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a short music break.